Pop Sports Crew. You're live.
All right.
I'm just waiting for the intro, man.
Well,
Finish the solo there.
Hey, this is a good little catchy tune. All right, we are back with a new episode of Pop Sports. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, these blinding lights do not pay for themselves, Jerry.
They do not.
They do not. I mean, they're so bright, I need sunglasses. So, in order to make sure these lights stay on, we got to thank our sponsors.
Got to pay the bills.
So, who's our first one, Jerry?
First one is Bellman's Jewelers.
Bellman Jewelers, 1650 Elm Street at Bellman's. Matter of trust. They're fantastic. You'll love them. Not on commission. Great prices. They'll help you out 100%. See, so much satisfaction. Check out their Google and Yelp reviews. They're great. Check them out.
Check them out.
Also, we have King's Barbershop.
King's Barbershop.
Also at 1650 Elm Street. Where's it located?
I believe it's the Penthouse.
The Penthouse
The
Suite.
Penthouse.
Yes, the Penthouse Suite. Have a complimentary refreshment as you wait to get your hair cut. Go to Matt. Awesome guy. You like talking sports? He will talk sports. So, you'll enjoy it. Great haircuts. Check it out. Fantastic. King's Barbershop. They're a cut above. And last but not least, we have Blake's Restaurants and Creameries.
Blake's Restaurants and Creamery.
With 2 locations, both in Manchester. Home of
Dirty Water Ice Cream.
the Boston Blackout.
Graham Central Station.
And many others. Check them out. They're fantastic. You'll love them. But now. we got to get down to the nitty-gritty, Jerry.
Yes.
We got to get down to the nitty-gritty. So there is some big news that just broke yesterday.
Massive.
So we're recording Wednesday. What is this? The 28th, I believe? 27th, whatever. So
Calendar says 27.
last night, the NFL Competition Committee just came out with a new rule that they have approved and voted on. So similar to Congress, they needed 2/3 of the owners to approve this change.
This is true.
And they did, thanks to the bitching of Sean Payton.
Sean Payton.
And
Head coach of the New Orleans Saints.
New Orleans Saints. And this, oh boy, this is gonna. You thought the catch rule was a bitch? This is gonna be a ride, my friend. Holy crap.
Is that a fun ride?
Dude,
snacks?
Dealing with this is gonna be like a bunch of cats on cocaine thrown in a bag.
So,
like,
no
it's
snacks.
gonna be a shit show. So essentially what this new rule change is outside of 2 minutes, coaches can now challenge pass interference calls or non-pass interference calls.
So that's the big thing.
With a challenge flag.
So that's the big thing, is the fact that it's also non-calls. Because originally I heard that it was all pass interference calls. That was the proposition. It was anything that's actually flagged can get challenged and can get overturned. And the flag could get picked up, and that would be the result of a coach's challenge.
Yep.
Now,
And coaches have 2 challenges during the
Coaches
game.
have 2
Just saying.
challenges.
Unless you get both of them right, then you get another one.
one extra. So the interesting caveat was the non-calls being added, which seemed to be added at the 11th hour. It seemed to be a really last-minute throw-in to make this kind of work, I suppose, because the major controversial play was the one that got the Saints essentially eliminated from the playoffs last year against the Rams.
But either way, that was in the final 2 minutes.
Right. So that could have been challenged
It could have
if the original rule change proposition went through, which was only flags are challenged, were challengeable. So that's why it's a little ridiculous. It's just the one play that got this added in. And you know, how ironic would it be if come this upcoming year, the Saints got screwed by that challenge?
Oh my God. That would be awesome.
An extra layer of getting screwed. I mean,
That would be so awesome.
we're very spiteful here, so that would just,
I love
you know.
it. No, but the thing with this,
With Sean Payton's bitching at the owner meetings.
yeah. I mean, the idea of it, okay, I get it. I can see why they'd be doing this. But the whole reason this whole thing is happening in the first place
So reactionary.
is because of this Saints call. Oh my God. New Orleans, I love you. I want to go there sometime. The Creole food is supposed to be phenomenal. Awesome nightlife, apparently. But Jesus, my God, will you stop your bitching already?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. See, the thing that gets me, Jerry, this
Yes.
isn't the last play of the game.
No.
Mind you, no.
was
The
2 minutes
Saints
left.
had the lead.
And the ball. It's not like this was a turnover
ball.
either. I mean, you know.
Or they...
I think it was third down.
They were tied. the Saints had the ball regardless. So they were going to score points.
It went to overtime. It wasn't like the Rams went down and scored and won it. There was a lot of football left.
So,
there was
yes.
an interception by Drew Brees that came after this. So this wasn't a game-deciding play.
No, that's the most frustrating thing.
This was a major game changer, but it was by no means the last play, end-all, be-all, winner-take-all play.
Like, literally. Yeah, it probably would have won you the game, but you had 2 different chances to win, and you blew both of them.
Right.
So stop your frickin' bitching. Oh, my God.
Also, you have to say, come on. I mean, how many rules do you want changed based off of one play? It would be one thing if this was an issue constantly throughout.
Right.
But it was one play.
One play is changing the entire league's rules.
How many times do referees actually keep the flag in their pocket?
You were
Usually.
going to say in their pants, weren't you?
I was not. Your sick mind went there.
That's what it sounded like. Hey, refs, keep it in your pants. The flag. Keep the flag in your pants.
Yeah, don't misspeak. It could get weird. Anyway. But that's the problem is refs overflag things. There's too many stoppages. There's too many delays in this sport. And games are getting longer and longer, and it's not for the enjoyment factor. We want these games to be more concise. We want more dense quality games, and we're not getting that.
Well,
We're getting drawn out games, we're getting a lot of reviews, we're getting stoppages constantly, and this is going to add to it.
Well, you can thank all the rule changes that happened in the last 20 years because of fantasy football and all the offense people wanted to see.
Well,
so now
Bill Polian-
everything is getting called.
Bill
That
Polian
way
of
they
the
could have
Colts
more
started that,
offense.
but yeah.
Another reason why the Colts suck. Screw the Colts.
Was that
Freaking hate
05?
them. Yeah, something like that. I don't
05,
know.
06, I think was that. Anyway. But,
Freaking Jamoke.
But I think that was like a turning point in rule changes. A powerful GM in Bill Polian started bitching and complaining about something, and then a rule got changed, and then other GMs, especially well-respected ones, the higher-ups of the Maras, the Rooneys, the Fords, guys like that, they felt that they could also make rule changes that help their teams. And this is the effect.
Yep.
Sean Payton is a respected figure in football. So when he starts to bitch and complain, something happened.
Well, don't suck in the final hours of the freaking game. It takes 2 to tango, buddy. You need your offense and your defense.
No,
Jesus.
NFL, have a goddamn backbone.
Get your shit going. Oh, my
have a
God.
goddamn backbone. Don't change just because one guy's bitching about it.
Yep. And out of all the owners, oh my God, out of all the owners, only one owner voted against this change. And it was the guy from the Bengals of all the teams.
Paul Brown?
Yeah, Paul Brown of the Bengals.
Yeah, he doesn't like change.
Mr. Irrelevant. What the hell?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
But
Actually,
I'm surprised that so many of these teams were behind this. That
it used
is
to be
ridiculous.
Al Davis. It used to be Al Davis was always the one who.
Oh, that
just
makes
was
sense.
the one.
That makes sense.
I think it's because he never used to show up.
Probably.
I think he was always just one undecided technically because he never went or voted.
That probably makes
So,
sense.
So chalk Paul Brown up to the new. I think it's Paul Brown.
Something like that.
Paul Brown up to the new Al Davis.
Yeah, my God. But man, this is going to be a freaking mess. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
But the bitching. So another thing that was brought up
Yep.
by obviously the Chiefs. Here we go. So everybody's just
Yes.
bitching and moaning about something these last playoffs. So Andy Reid and I think the Chiefs in general were bitching, saying, "Oh, well, the Patriots got the ball first. We didn't get to touch the ball. That's not fair."
Loser's remorse. That's what this is becoming.
And now all of a sudden there were rumblings. Oh, are they going to change the overtime rules? Are they going to make it so both teams can get the ball? Screw that! Stop being bitches.
Win it before overtime.
This is not flag football. All right, you get
Unfortunately, it's getting
offense
close.
and defense here. Okay, you can't just have one that wins you a championship.
Yep. Mm-hmm. No,
As
you're
we saw
spot
with
on.
the Chiefs, you need a defense too.
Mm-hmm.
So if your defense can't stop the other team's offense, screw you. That's on you. My God. This is, oh God. It's so ridiculous.
I know.
All these freaking crybaby whiners. Dude, grow some freaking nuts and relax.
Want to know what's even funnier about this?
Jeez.
Think about all the owners and GMs and coaches that are looking for rule changes since the Bill Polian era. It's been teams like the Colts, teams like the Chiefs, teams like the Saints. Guess what they all have in common?
Crybabies.
Loser organizations.
That is true too.
They don't know how to win. They don't know how to get there. And once they get close and they miss out, they start crying because it's the only thing they know how to do. The Saints used to be the paper bags of the NFL. They used to be the Aints.
They did.
Name one player from like pre-2000 Saints.
Archie Manning,
Exactly. And you only know that because of his last name.
pretty much. And
He was respectable. That's about it.
And there was a running back.
Deuce McAllister.
Deuce McAllister.
I
That's.
think he came to the league in the late 90s.
Well,
early
the
2000s,
fact
so-
that I couldn't even remember his name doesn't help.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, like, there were some guys, but they got put on the map because of Drew Brees.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
Aaron Brooks. He was the other quarterback there.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I mean, the Saints are a loser organization. Name a good Chiefs team, between Len Dawson and Alex Smith.
I can't.
I mean, the Chiefs were a staple in the early Super Bowl era and then haven't been back since.
Yep, pretty much. But just the fact that all of this whining is prompting all of this change is ridiculous. Yes. See? Owen Wilson. This guy freaking gets it. Why can't... Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson, people. This guy.
Can we have Owen Wilson on the show?
This guy. Yes, please.
I bet he has nothing going on. Nothing.
I mean, he's in stuff.
Are you kidding me? Do you know
What's
how
he
many
still in?
recordings of WoW he's doing right now? There's probably like 500 soundboards that he's filling up right now. Wow.
Do you think it's just like a director in a room, just like him behind the glass, and he's like, "Wow, no,
Wow.
we already have that one."
Do you ever?
Wow, no, that's a good one, slightly different.
Do
I
you
like
think
what
he
you did
goes
there.
into a movie and he starts reading the script and he goes, "God damn it, I have to say wow again."
Or he's reading the script and they're just recording him reading it, and that's where they get all the wows from. He's just reading it and he flips. Oh wow, wow, so dominant. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's how he's reading one of the lines.
He's reading-
wow, so dominant.
He's just reading the script and he doesn't realize he's being
dominant.
That's definitely him reading a script.
Yeah,
Wow, you're so dominant.
Yeah.
That was Roger Goodell's reaction to Sean Payton.
yeah. And he was like, "Oh, I guess
The
we gotta help."
ginger
her."
hammer.
This is Roger Goodell's answer to what happened to the Saints: is letting coaches
Challenge.
challenge
Pass
uncalled
interference.
plays.
Called and non-called.
Only
Yep.
in the last 2 minutes.
No,
That's-
No.
nope.
Everything but
They
the
can
final
challenge
2 minutes.
any pass interference call.
How many
They-
times?
It's a regular challenge play. So they have their 2 challenges, and if they get 2 right, they get a third.
You should not be able to challenge.
Pass
That's gonna
interference.
fuck everything up.
Yep.
So
Is it? So it's
This is
only
slippery
it's
slope.
only an uncalled pass
Nope.
interference.
Nope.
No, it could
Both.
be either
Any
or.
uncalled play.
No.
Either.
Alex, shut up. It's pass interference that are called,
Right.
Oh, so dominant.
or if you're,
Wow.
or you can challenge a non-call and say there was a pass interference. You didn't even hear what I said.
Nope. Can we talk about it again?
No. You get 1 shot and you blew it.
Basically, they
You
can
blew it.
they can challenge a pass interference that was called, or they can challenge one and say that there would be one, or there should be one called.
But is it so? But that goes for any penalty.
No,
No, just
just
pass
pass
interference.
interference.
That's what I said, and you said no.
You did not say that.
I did say that.
Wow.
I'm not. Not only did I
So
say that, but
dominant.
I'm gonna have Howard call back the tape and then overplay it right now.
Do the
You're going to listen to it and be like, oh, fuck.
No, I did say that.
You did
A
not.
little like I'm trying to get my bearings. There's cartoons, your mom, and it's like you still got it.
It's actually that's my favorite.
I
quote,
love
think.
that. That's from Wedding Crashers, right?
Yeah.
And Will Ferrell.
When he meets Will Ferrell.
So,
Damilo!
but this is just gonna get worse.
Yeah, this is a slippery
Oh,
slope.
this is a
Yeah.
freaking
So
disaster.
now that you can challenge one flag or challenge a call that you think was missed, where's this going to end? You're going to be able to do this for anything.
Seriously.
First, it's pass interference. Then it's going to be
Hey,
holding, and
don't
then
flip off the nice people.
how dare you disrespect our fan like that?
Oh, that's for
Wow.
you, Jerry. That's what. That's why I put my face
nope.
on
You were just
Wow.
flipping off the fan.
What an asshole. Wow.
You flipped off our one audience member. Thank you.
That guy's gonna be pissed.
Sorry,
Or
Dad.
girl.
Probably Joe. No, it's Joe. Joe. If anyone, Joe, how you doing, guy? Thanks for listening to all our podcasts. You're a good guy.
Love you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Hey, congrats on the engagement. Hey.
Hey, congrats on
Hey.
getting engaged.
All right. But yes. But,
Worst kind of friends.
yeah, whatever. But regardless, with this.
I mean,
this
I
rule
hope you
change-
said that before just now.
Well, like the
Well, I
Patriots.
mean, yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
the
well,
ring.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. That's fair.
But with the Patriots,
But
if the
did you
Patriots
say
were the ones doing-
congratulations?
Okay.
Yeah, when they came in, I saw them. Did you see them, Jerry?
Yes. I did.
When?
I don't have the exact date in front
Lies.
of me.
Oh, lies.
We've literally all seen Joe.
Lies.
Literally went to the parade with him. I went to that Patriots parade that we got to see. Anyway, now that we just kind of went on a... How are you?
A little trip. Hey, Sean Payton, our special guest.
Yes, he is.
Shawnee boy.
Listen,
That's
he
it done.
had at least 48 hours worth of complaining. He just crossed the
48 hours.
It was a big deal.
48 hours. It has been like freaking 6 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. He had 48 hours, which is what anyone would have given him. And then if he had just dropped it, it would have been normal. But he had to just keep. And now look what he caused.
Well, you know, he went to the owners' meetings too.
Oh, of course
I don't know.
he did.
I think you were doing something else when I
Of
said
course
this
he
before.
did.
He was at the owners' meetings the other day, and he bitched and moaned about it there,
No,
saying
he
how they need
didn't.
to complain. And that's why this rule is for calls and non-calls for pass interference.
It's going to be a shite show.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why.
Also,
Sad.
That's what we were talking about. But
but,
yeah.
Sad.
yes, so this is going to be one of the key moments that you're going to mark in history of the NFL that is causing it to implode. But
But
there was also
also
another
Big thing.
big thing that was potentially going to happen,
happened.
but I think it got shut down.
Shut down.
That was done. I stopped. You can blame him.
Was they were potentially thinking of switching the onside kick rule to the AAF rule, where
So I did see that.
it would go on your own 35-yard line,
It'd be a 4th and 15
a fourth
play.
and 15 play.
And you convert it, you get ball. You don't, they get the ball where you messed up.
Yes.
No.
But it's a shit show because now with this rule in place, a 4th and 15, all of a sudden, if you have a pass interference call, it's an automatic first down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Or
if
it's,
somebody
it's a
has,
15-yard penalty. It doesn't matter.
so what if it's a, yeah, exactly. So all of a sudden somebody does a little like grabbing or something like that, 7 yards deep, and now all of a sudden, oh, automatic flag. Now they get the ball.
Wait,
It's
wait,
like,
wait,
wait,
here's the
what?
thing.
Wait, the
Hold on,
worst
hold
part.
on.
Wait, the worst part about this is, but to piggyback off your point, real quick, it's
Oh, also
so-
this rule didn't pass. I'm just saying.
right. But if it was a 4th and 15, and they went for
I actually
a
like it
deep
better.
ball, and there was no flag,
Why do you like it better?
and then they challenged,
think it's
got
more
the
interesting.
flag, it's a spot foul. A team now gains 40 yards with the ball because of two plays or two ridiculous rule changes that should never have happened.
Yeah. I kind of like.
Well,
the,
first, hold on.
the kickoff one.
Before I make you go into why you like it better, so now a team that's losing
Yes.
Losing
can
assholes.
Yes.
basically force pass interference and then throw a flag.
We can't really force pass interference. Guys
They
try to do that all
can-
the time.
They could
I'm not disagreeing.
position a player in a way
I hear
where
what
it
your
looks like
thought is.
pass interference and then throw a flag against it, and now they're 30, 40 yards downfield.
So I hear your point. I'm already against that the rule change, but that's kind of funky anyway because guys try to sell that all the time anyway.
But they try to sell it. But now, if
They
they,
can do the same thing.
actually, but if they can actually get the other guy to grab them a couple extra times, and then they know the coach is going to call it anyway, that could be a play call now towards the end of a game. You're losing. You need a touchdown bad.
That's
No, I mean,
already,
you
that's
could
already
do that.
kind of in
yeah,
there.
you could kind of just do that now.
That's already kind of in there.
But
I know.
it
I
would
hear
have
you.
to get called by the ref. Now it doesn't have to. Now the coach can challenge it.
Yeah, challenge it, and the ref goes back, reviews it, and determines whether it should be thrown or not.
Yeah, and what if it? Right, but what if it hadn't been thrown, and then they change their mind? It changes the whole game.
Yeah, I know. It's a shit show.
He's recapping essentially what we talked
Oh,
about. for
okay.
like-
yeah,
this is
it's an
worse.
absolute shit show. It's a shit show.
This is terrible.
This is
what
like the
we've been
catch
discussing.
rule. Like you're never gonna get it right. Just
Well,
like
I think they kind of did now.
the catch rule. Yeah, it's as
better.
close
It's
as
much
it's,
better.
it's as close as it's gonna get now. But this is opening a whole new can of worms.
Mm-hmm.
And geez, my God, this is gonna be a shite show.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Now go into why you think that.
no, he liked the 4th down one.
Why?
Yes.
Oh, I don't like
so
it. I think it's
onside,
stupid.
the onside kick. This is
Yeah.
why I like it.
Okay.
It makes it more exciting because the success rate for onside kicks is below, I think, like 7%.
Don't fall that
Right.
far down that you need to do onside kicks anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I think fourth and that I think it's more exciting. It's more exciting of a play because you actually have like somewhat of a chance. Whereas the onside kick, there's essentially like no chance.
It's kind of like a Hail Mary though. It's the Hail Mary of kicks.
would
Yeah,
you?
which is why I like the 4th and 15. I think it's interesting.
How happy would you be?
And it's only if it's under 2 minutes in each half. You can't just do that like at any time.
Like all willy nilly.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yes. So it's
Yeah, but that's,
only it's only within the final 2 minutes of a half.
So otherwise, then you would have to do.
Otherwise, you
an onside kick.
would have to do an onside kick.
Okay. I mean, I kind of like that better,
I think
but I
that's,
still don't like it.
I think that would be. I would take that over this stupid rule this stupid
Okay,
pass
if-
interference
I'll
rule.
take that. Yeah, if it was tit for
Yeah,
tat, sure.
Yeah, if we're ranking bullshit rules, agree.
You're ranking shit to come up with. Yeah, fucking
I mean,
all right.
I'll take the horseshit over the bullshit. I don't know, like, what?
Hey,
why
I
am
like
I comparing
bullshit.
this?
Yeah, hey, it's all a bunch of shit here. Hey. I'll take
Exactly,
my shit,
that's-
you take your shit.
That's my point.
I don't know.
The answer is yes. I'll take that if I have to take a rule, but I
I don't know. I like
want any
the
of
I
them.
like the 4th and 15. It makes it more interesting.
Vote no to all of them.
I
They
kinda
all
like
suck.
it. I kinda
They
like
do.
it.
They all suck.
What if you lost? What if the Patriots lost a game because of that, though?
Oh, you could say
Then
about
because
anything,
the defense sucked. Like it's not. Why would I see? Why would I bitch about that? Why would I care? It's on the Patriots. The Patriots could have stopped them.
I mean, that's essentially the point.
It's like the Saints.
Or they could
The
have
Saints crying about the
onside
non-call.
kick, which is way easier to stop.
Yeah, right.
But what if we won using that method?
I still think it's bullshit.
I still think it's bullshit.
All right, whatever.
I would have never because I bet so. The percentage of successful
Wrong
onside
way.
kicks is probably 7%,
I
right?
think,
like
I think
you
it's, I
said.
think it's a shade under, but yeah.
I
The
think it's even
Patriots'
less.
success is like 0.5%.
Oh yeah, Gostkowski's god
so
awful at onside
there's
kicks.
a good chance we complete a 4th and 15. There's
Yeah.
probably a 50% chance.
Yeah.
So you're basically
I've seen more 15-yard passes
the
than.
whole history of the like. If you take that all the way back to other games where that could have happened, games would have turned out completely differently.
Well, you could do that for any rule change that's ever made.
That's
Look at all the ones
That's a
made by
solid point,
Bill
actually.
Polian
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in 2005.
Well, I was
All
rip shit
these
then.
pass interference calls and defenseless receiver calls and all this stuff.
Oh, they did.
personal
They did
foul
get rid of
calls.
blindside blocks as well.
I like
Hits.
defenseless receiver. Sometimes, most of the time.
No, I'm
I
just
rarely
saying.
see that call. and
You
not-
do
I'm
that.
Not happy about it.
Well, if you say that, you have to do that for every rule change, though. Because
Um,
every game, there's at least one or two big games where a new rule that's been implemented before the game or since the game's come out has been affected by some rule that was made later on.
I know it'd be fun.
I think the problem with that rule change, though, the 4th and 15 one, is the NFL has a vendetta against special teams right now as a whole, and I think that is like part one of totally phasing out all special
That's
teams
true.
altogether.
It's
And I don't
also
like
ironic
that.
because I
special
hate
teams
this
is a
new
third of
kickoff rule.
is a third of football.
You know why? Because they don't want to have to pay those players. That's why.
Which is ridiculous. You have 56 guys or whatever.
No,
It's all
it's
about
for
the money, guy.
safety,
It's
Alex.
all about the
please.
money, guy.
It's for safety.
No, it's all about the money. They don't want to pay those extra players. Here's my.
Pay Matt Slater
this is a.
$3 million. I don't care.
This could be fun. So in the UFC,
could be.
every state they go to, that state has different rules
Oh,
about
God.
things you can and can't do
That would be a
in the ring.
nightmare.
So you have to know those. How fun would it be if each state had its own rules for
Oh
the
my
NFL?
God.
So some states were like, you know what, that pass interference thing, not even a rule.
So
The NFL would fall apart overnight.
so players
That would be a shit show.
Okay,
Are you kidding me?
So players, coaches, and refs already don't know all of the rules right now. I mean, how are they supposed to remember all of the differences
Only
between
Belichick
states?
would know.
I think he'd give up. I think he'd be like, "Fuck this,
He
man."
wouldn't. He'd be the only one who'd play by the book.
He'd
Like he
probably
always
like
does.
beat the refs with a goddamn Microsoft service. He'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Here's the rule book right here.
Actually, no, he wouldn't be that eloquent. He'd be like,
I think that Microsoft Office should put him in their commercials and be like, "We've built the first indestructible Microsoft Surface." Give it to Bill Belichick. He hucks it at the ground.
It's not paper.
That's very true. Yeah, it's
not my
paper.
binder.
It's not paper.
It's not my binder.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, these rule changes, man. Oh, God. I'm getting sick of it. Just
Wait.
leave the game the way it is, will you?
Word on the street was
Jeez.
you were gonna tell us what Goodell was thinking during that meeting, and Jerry was gonna tell us what Jerry Jones was thinking during that meeting.
Ah, yes. Yes. Okay, let's see what we got
Do you want
here.
to do this?
Oh, yeah. Why not? Screw it.
Yes, we're
All
doing
right.
this.
I didn't know if we wanted to make this a after commercial tease or something.
Ooh, yes. Maybe an after commercial tease. That might be
Oh,
kinda
that'd be
good.
fun to come back to.
All right. Yeah, we'll come right back to that. So we'll be right back.
Are we taking a break?
Yeah.
Break time.
Sure, break time. Yeah, break.
Julie means more to me than anything. And I wanted to ask you, before I ask her, may I have your permission to marry her?
Is this some sort of a joke? A mall store ring? Don't disrespect my mother like that. Take that thing back and go to Bellman Jewelers.
Shopping for a diamond at the mall? Don't bother. Even a 9-year-old knows the difference. Shop at Bellman Jewelers, 1650 Elm Street in Manchester, New Hampshire. Because at Bellman's, it's always a matter of trust.
In 3,
Three,
2,
two,
1.
1.
Welcome to Pop Sports.
All right, here we go. So this was not rehearsed, so we will do our best. Alex,
I
dictate
forgot.
this conversation.
Probably gonna do that.
So, you're Roger Goodell.
I was trying to get you ready
Jerry
for it the whole time.
Is Jerry Jones.
It's-
And we need to know what happened during that meeting where they decided on this stupid, unnecessary rule.
Can we do impersonations? Is that like actually kosher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
The rule is if you don't ask them to voice over it, it's okay because it's a parody.
Okay.
So this, then in case anyone's wondering, is a parody.
Free speech.
Free speech.
Check.
Got it.
All right. Well, this is going to suck, but we'll give it a whirl. All right.
Disappointment.
Welcome to the 2019 owners meetings. Welcome committee chairs.
Yeah, thanks for having me,
That
man.
makes our naughty parts tingle.
Well, thanks for inviting us.
Jerry, please calm down. It's so bad.
Naturally, when there's a little blood in the water, they're going to circle like sharks.
I'm done. Fuck this. This is so bad.
It's so like, how do you do a Roger Goodell?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just be the most vanilla person ever.
Basically, you take like a bunch of just weird pauses, like just randomly. It's like, welcome to the 2019
Do like a white-
NFL draft.
It's like a white, boring Obama.
Oh, I guess we're not taping anymore.
Oh no, not at all.
Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying it.
Oh, God.
And Alex is impersonating Riley Reid. Thank you.
What the fuck?
That's on our soundboard.
Okay.
It looks like a wild turkey or something.
So, want to do another reintroduction?
Pizza.
Rice Krispies.
So, okay. Well,
It was awful. So,
shoot, I don't even know how
let's
to
not do the welcome. Let's just jump right to. So,
What? No, we have to come back in.
Yeah.
no, I know. Guys.
What?
Yeah, so as opposed to starting from the very beginning of welcome to the meetings, just jump right to. So, anyone have any rule change stuff? Just like jump right to rule changes.
Oh. Are we actually going to do impersonations
Oh, we
again?
have to. We already talked about
Oh,
it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I can't,
right, you did.
I can't do
Oh, just make it. Just don't be so serious about it. It's okay if it's not good. Just pretend. Be like, this is what we think might have happened, and just make it completely absurd. And it'll only take like 60 seconds, and we'll just be
Okay.
done with it.
All right.
I'm trying to think of a good like
Well,
impersonation
pretend it
you
right
do.
now.
I'm trying to think of a good impersonation you do that you can just like vary off of that.
Well, like Jerry Jones is probably the most annoying person in the room, so that'd be hilarious if you're like, "All right, Goodell, I have ideas," and he's just like, "Shut up."
Yeah.
Shut up, Jerry.
I mean, you just have to be an annoying Southerner. That's Jerry Jones. Like,
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
for you to do Goodell, you just pretty much have to be like,
I just have to be very like, oh.
well, thank you for joining us for the current
Well, I
NFL
I
owners
don't know if that's going to
meetings.
work, Jerry. I don't know if
No,
that's going to
no,
work.
hear me out. You got to do something. Yeah, I don't do Southern really well.
It's close enough. It's better than my Goodell.
Well, when you're doing this, you really got to tone in
very quickly and have to make snap decisions under difficult circumstances.
under difficult
And they're not going to
circumstances.
get it right every time.
It's this
As I say, they're human.
idiot.
We have worked very hard
on a huge
to bring technology.
What are you looking up?
I'm just trying to find a song.
What song?
Oh no, not that. I'm not telling you.
I fought the law.
I have to find it, and then
No, you should do I
Good
fought the
old
law.
Ja.
And I'll just be, Robert, you have to stop this.
No. Hear me out. Like, what we got to do is slow down the game as much as possible.
That's actually
slow it
pretty good.
down.
That's pretty
So what we're gonna do is
Jerry, we're
Review
not building
everything.
a wall on the field again.
shut the fuck up, Roger. Not going there yet. I got a wall around my building. I don't need your stupid walls. I can pay for my own. I'm the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know. What's something he says? Like a what? Like, does he have like a catchphrase?
No, I have no idea.
Well, you know, like how Al Davis was "Win, baby, win."
Yeah, I don't know if Jerry Jones has
I
one.
don't think if Jerry has anything like. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Bellman. Are you gonna be a rapper, Young Bellman?
Gangsta. All right, what's up? So we doing this?
Yeah, we'll give it a whirl.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Don't worry about me.
I am always worried about you.
Just know that his rapper name is Young Bellman.
I like Lil Bell.
Lil Bell?
Lil Bell.
Lil Bell.
That'll work.
Sounds like La Belle.
Thank you.
Actually, no, Prince of Manch. Obviously. That's a perfect rap name.
No, it's like a nickname.
Prince of Manch.
Like
All right,
the-
so anyways,
Yeah.
all right.
You'd go to one rap battle and be like, get out of here.
Yo, I'm
Prince
the
of what? Get out of here.
I'm the Prince of Manch. Get the fuck out, kid.
All right, let's get the show on the road here.
No, Alex just rolls up. Hey, so I'm Get Out.
All right.
Hey, Franz, get out.
You're too white, and we can already tell you're Jewish.
Yeah.
You're not Eminem. You're not Lil Dicky. Get the fuck out. Lil Dicky's the only one I can think of.
3,
What's up?
2,
Let's do it.
1.
Okay.
Welcome back to Pop Sports.
All right, we will do our best at these impersonations, but we did not promise that they were going to be pretty.
We're not going to do our best.
But, Jerry, why don't you start off as Jerry Jones? Why don't you lead us off here?
The commissioner isn't going to lead the...
All right, fine. Oh, here it comes. Oh, the train wreck. Okay.
I was going to say, where's the crash? Where's the crash? Where's the crash? Where's the crash?
So, Jerry, do you have anything to add from the owners'
Well,
meetings?
listen, Roger. We got to slow the game down. It's going way too fast. I can't quite keep up. I just know the Cowboys
But,
are going to win. Dak
Jerry-
Prescott's the greatest quarterback of all
Jerry-
time. We got to make sure
Jerry-
that he is going to do what? What,
Jerry-
Roger? What do you want?
Do the people have to get mad at me again?
Son, you just got to fix this game so I can make more money.
People got mad about Tom Brady's balls. Do I have to do that
Fuck Tom
again?
Brady. I don't give a shit about him. I don't know where that voice was going.
You can't handle the truth.
Listen. I want everything to be reviewed. I want to be able to review flags. I want your stupid officials under my thumb, boy.
Hey, that's mean. They're not stupid. All officials are people. We just have to sometimes, just try and be better.
Roger, do me a favor. Never speak again. Awful. Terrible.
The closest thing I have to Roger Goodell is I kind of look like him. That's about it.
Was that Drew or Roger?
No, that was mostly me.
I was like, what? It's like you were still doing the Roger voice, and then. Oh.
I tell you, the Jerry Jones wasn't
Okay,
bad.
terrific.
The Jerry Jones was not bad. Just Roger Goodell is just such a vanilla person who just pauses in between everything. Like, I don't even know how to do a Roger Goodell.
We didn't even get to anything.
Nope. Basically, what happened was that conversation went on for 3 hours, and at the end of it, the rest of the owners wanted to go home, so they voted for this rule.
Pretty much. And Roger literally was just sitting there with a schmenzer in his hand going, oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to do what the owners tell me.
Seeing as the only one left was
Seeing as
Jerry
the owners
Jones.
pay him, what is it, $50 million
Oh, yeah,
a
it's
year?
ridiculous.
I think it's more. I think it's like
Yeah.
70. I think
Then
it's
he
outrageous.
can get yelled at
Well,
and hated.
at some point, I'll have to do a redemption.
Dude.
Because that was a terrible impersonation.
I would accept
That's a
being
very
the most
difficult
hated
one.
man in America if.
lost your kitty?
Have you by any chance lost your kitty?
Wait, think about this. Would you be the most hated man
Yes.
in America to get paid $70 million a year?
I'd be
If
the
I was
most hated
hated for
man
the
in America
things
to
that-
get paid $1 million.
If I was hated for the things that he was hated for, yes, because they're
yeah,
arbitrary.
That level of hate, not
Yes,
like actual
for
hate.
sure.
Right.
Write all the shit you want to me on Twitter.
I will
keep paying me $70 million a year.
I will gladly be the worst commissioner ever for $70 million.
Absolutely.
He's
And
actually
your
not-
nickname,
he's not even the
would
worst
be the
commissioner ever.
commish. Like, come on. The commish.
Like, let's be honest, actually, Goodell's probably not that bad of a commissioner. We just like bitching about everything he does.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, he does the owner's bidding. That's all he does.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I don't think he's a great commissioner.
No, I just don't think he's
He's
really
not
that
better
bad.
than the other commissioners.
He's the most
in the other
controllable commissioner.
I mean, I just think he plays into the owner's hands, which is make as much money as possible. And I think that's his goal. To be fair, that's all
So
he
that's
ever said.
everybody's goal.
That's what he said. He just wants to expand the NFL to make as much money as possible. He didn't really care about safety. He didn't really care about anything else deep down.
Sounds about right.
But he said, I'm going to make you guys as much money as possible. I said, let's do it.
All right.
And he's kind of succeeded at that. So, I mean,
He hasn't been that
in
bad.
terms of his goals, he's kind of hitting them.
Yeah. Well,
If he puts a team in London, then, you know,
that would be interesting. I would like it. A lot of people wouldn't, but I think it would be kind
be
of cool.
intrigued. But, man, to play 8 games in London, like, whoever's the London team is going to have to travel so far constantly.
Or you just do like back to
look.
back or something.
I've joined the show for the first time ever.
Hey, Alex! Hey!
Why?
Hey!
I'm gonna talk from this side. So
Hey, it's Alex!
how
hey.
big my nose is.
How
Look at
you
this.
doing?
Alex,
Hey.
don't stress too much about this.
I'm
It's
hiding
fine.
behind the mic.
Well, now you're showing people how the magic is done.
This is where
I
the
like
magic
it.
happens.
Where the
Hey,
magic
it's
happens.
Houdini.
And Ray's here too.
And Ray is here. No,
Ray is just
There you
our
go.
hand. Hello, hand.
Ray's just a hand.
it's like that
From
thing
Addams
from Super
Family.
Smash.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh yes.
Say hi, hand.
Well, moving on from our Jerry's was okay. Moving on from
leaving.
my
Bye,
terrible
guys.
Apparently. Bye,
impersonation. Bye, Alex.
Bye,
Hope you
Magic
find your
Man.
dad.
Bye, buddy.
Hope you find your dad. Moving on, though.
Moving on.
We do have another.
20 minutes too late.
Yeah, whatever. We do have a very newsworthy and kind of breaking thing that happened over the last couple days, which is the retirement of one Robert Gronkowski, the Gronk.
Missing a legend.
Came in the league when he was 20, was dominant right when he got in the league. 9 years. They grow up so fast, Jerry. They grow up so fast.
I think it's crazy that Gronk's career is
I'm sorry.
spanned.
I'm just it's so fast.
The worst.
I just.
So think about this.
I didn't see this coming. I knew it would happen, but I didn't think it would be this soon.
I hate him. I hate everyone. People are the worst.
But yeah, no, seriously.
Antonio Gates and Jason Witten are going to play
Are still
years
playing.
before him and maybe year after him.
Yep.
I think it's crazy that before Gronk came into the league, the best tight ends of the modern era really were
Tony
Gonzalez and Antonio Gates.
Antonio
Like those were the
Gates.
guys.
Yep.
Jason Witten was always solid, but I don't put him even close to that group.
No.
But it's really those guys.
Yep.
Gates and Gonzalez dominated the league. They changed the tight end position. You know,
Made him more of a receiving threat.
right. I mean, there were really good athletic tight ends that came before. Kellen Winslow, senior.
Yeah.
Ozzie Newsome. There are plenty of good tight ends prior, but
But they
those-
changed the game for that position.
they
My
put
God.
up wide receiver stats from the tight end position, including touchdowns, including mass yardage, and they did it for a really long time. Gates for one team especially was even more
Oh,
impressive.
yeah.
Gonzalez 2 or 3.
I
Falcons Chiefs.
think it's just 2.
Was it just Falcons Chiefs?
Chiefs Falcons. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, not in that order.
But yeah, I mean, you had Gronk.
But Gronkowski,
He was
in
a
his
different
9
animal.
seasons, was dominant as a blocker, which those guys can't say. He was like game-changing dominant as
Oh,
a
yeah.
blocker. He was game-changing as a red zone threat, game-changing from any point in the field, and it showed even in his worst season, statistically or just by the eye test, this past year, how effective and dominant he still was. And he's going to do it. He's leaving as a champion. He's leaving as arguably the greatest tight end to ever play.
Yep.
And he did it over 9 years.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
9 years.
It's the Barry Sanders of the tight end position.
Seriously. I mean,
Arguably the greatest at the position, and retires when he's very young.
left when he still had something left.
Oh yeah.
Like,
It's
and
such
I-
a
and I-
shame, though.
and I don't mean-
all those injuries. It's one of those what ifs. Well, think about it. He missed so many games with injuries and still shattered so many records.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Imagine if he was healthy throughout all 9 of those years. Nobody would be touching those records ever.
No.
Like, oh my God.
Someone actually
What
brought
a
up a good
freak.
point. Someone brought up a good point on, I don't remember where I watched this. It was probably on ESPN somewhere. And they said, you know, Gronkowski's going to go into the Hall before Jason Witten, before Antonio Gates, maybe. I mean, Gates might retire and go at the same time. And we're going to now have to compare Jason Witten to Gronk. Now, before Jason Witten retired, it was pretty much, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. There's no question. But now you're going to look at it and say, well, he has all of those because he lasted a while, but he was never dominant.
It really changes the discussion, yeah.
He was is Jason Witten really great? Was he great? He certainly had some good seasons, maybe even great, but was he, in the entirety of his career, more than just solid and durable? No. The answer is no.
Okay, I didn't know the answer, so I was waiting for you.
No, but I guess that's my opinion, but it's Jason Witten wasn't really that great. I mean, you can always name tight ends that were better than him. Like Gates Gonzalez dominated.
Yep.
You could make arguments that guys like Greg Olson, Jimmy Graham, obviously Gronk, Travis Kelce, Zach Ertz, George Kittle, however far back you want to go.
I think it's just the consistency.
Yeah, but, is Frank Gore going to get into the Hall of Fame just because he gets 1,000 yards, a few touchdowns, and doesn't really fumble much?
Nah, I don't know.
But he did so all the way through age 37? It's supposed to be the Hall of Fame for greatness and eliteness, not for, I put up numbers because I lasted the longest. I don't know. I just think Jason Witten is for sure he's going to get in just because he was a Cowboy and just because of the era he played in and just how everyone loved him as a player. But I don't know. I don't think that, especially now that Gronk is setting the standard for the elite greatest tight end. Now Jason Witten kind of drops down a few pegs.
Yeah. Well, with Gronk gone now, it leaves a huge hole for the Patriots.
For the Patriots, it's going to be a bitch to replace that.
You look at now, we actually got pretty porked on this. So Gronk took way longer to announce his retirement, I think, than anybody expected. He said
about the same time as last year.
Well, he said about 2 weeks. But this is in the thicket of free agency, and he was holding up about, $7 to $9 million in cap room that we could have used on potentially other targets.
Jared Cook.
Oh, Jared Cook was going to sign with the Patriots, except, there was a mutual interest and there was a very good possibility Jared Cook was going to sign with the Patriots, the best free agent tight end on the market. And Gronk still had not made his decision yet. And Cook said, I don't know what my playing time is going to be like in New England if Gronk's there. So he ended up having a handshake deal with the Saints. Gronk retired. And he's like, I still made the deal with the Saints. I'm not going back on it.
Right.
So there's another one. So we lost out on the best tight end free agent on the market. If Gronk retired a week earlier, we probably would have had him. So now we're left in a big spot where, yes, we freed up some cap space, but now we have 2 tight ends on the roster, I think, who are just
we have 4.
No.
But I'm going to name names, and you're going to say who is that to each and every one of them.
I know Lacoste because they just signed him from
the
Denver.
Broncos, but I mean he posted career highs last year, and it's 25 catches, 400 yards, and I think 0 touchdowns.
Oh, awesome! That's just great.
So the other guys were Steven Anderson, who was
never
on
heard
the
of him.
He's practice squad last
I would
year,
have guessed he
think.
was an announcer on ESPN.
Sounds like that checks out. Something Izzo. Tom Izzo? I think it's Tom Izzo. Something
Old
Izzo.
guy that used to play for the Patriots.
Nope, that's Larry Izzo.
There you go. I don't know who he is.
I don't know if his first name is Tom. I just know he was a 6th or 7th round pick last year or something.
I don't know. I got nothing.
Didn't play. And I always got it mixed up.
Abercrombie. No, it's Hollister. Hollister, that's what it is. I knew it was one of those things.
I was going to say, I think it's Cody?
Cody Hollister?
Is that right?
I think that's right.
Sounds right. So, I mean, again, he has 1 career touchdown in his 2 or 3 years of NFL play.
Yep, we're porked.
So that's our tight end situation.
Yep.
Matt Lacoste and Steven Anderson, I heard, are the tops of it.
Awesome. And there's no tight ends on the market now that are any good.
There's Austin Safarian-Jenkins.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. He can kind of get open and
He's a
catch and
depth
fall.
guy.
He'd be fine if we weren't such a tight end heavy offense.
So this
if we haven't operated with a good tight end for the last 20 years, I mean, think about it. We've always had someone who could play the position, whether it be Gronk and Hernandez, whether it be Ben Watson for a while. Before him, it was Daniel Graham. Before him, it was Ben Coates.
Yep.
We've always kind of operated with a tight end as part of the core on offense.
And this is where I think the first round or the second round
Jermaine Wiggins
comes
as
into
well.
play. where I think the Patriots are going to draft a tight end with one of their first 2 picks.
So this is a good tight end draft from the standpoint of there's quite a few top end talented guys. There's like 3 or 4 guys you could probably draft and play right away and should have a bit of a seamless transition, except for one fact: tight ends usually take a while to acclimate in the NFL. There aren't many tight ends that their rookie year they're studs. Want to know who the exceptions are? Guys like Gronkowski.
Yep.
Like
First ballot Hall of Famers.
Right. There's not much of a, you're going to get a good guy this year who's going to stay good his whole career. It's either they're elite or they're probably going to take a couple of years. We don't have a couple of years.
Nope.
We have Tom Brady.
Nope.
We have a 43-year-old quarterback.
Yep.
Who 3 years left?
Maybe.
That's overly optimistic, maybe.
Yep.
We need win now guys.
Yep.
We needed Jared Cook.
Yep.
The one thing I'm going to say about Jared Cook is he was always subject to drops after a while. In a Belichickian offense, that doesn't bode well.
Take him.
I agree. I mean, he's talented, he's fast, he's big, he's strong, he can run routes, he's usually a good pair of hands.
Yep.
But, I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to justify it. I'm trying to be, okay with this.
And this is where my Belichick rant comes into play.
Alexander, do you want to cue him up? Maybe not. So, listen. Belichick. How has his offseason gone, in your opinion,
Flaming
Andrew?
bag of dog shit.
Now, who are some of the guys that you wanted that Belichick was in contact with?
Adam Humphries. They would have overpaid, which I'm okay with them not overpaying with.
Signed with the Tennessee Titans.
That's okay.
4 years, $36 million. That's an annual value of $9 a year.
Overpayment, but we need it. Do it now. We need a win now mentality. That's the problem.
Not to mention, we were in on him. We got to him too late.
Yep.
Because he had already signed with the Titans. As I think Adam Humphries got a call from Belichick or the Patriots organization after he was in the meeting finalizing a contract with the Titans or something to that effect.
And this is what pisses me off about Belichick. Oh my God. I'm going to bring it up again. I know I brought it up before. This is the biggest week of off season other than the NFL draft. And you decide to go down in the Caribbean for a week, boozing it up on the beach during the key week of free agency.
Showing off that dad
when
bod.
when your receivers
Grandpa?
are trash. Yeah, I don't know. You're losing your best defensive weapon.
Trey Flowers.
And this is a extremely deep defensive free agent class.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do? You got one fat guy from the Jets.
Mac Pinnell's good run stuffer,
Okay.
but he's a Lawrence Guy type. No, I'm supporting you. He's a
He's
run
a depth
stopper.
guy.
He's going to replace Adrian Claiborne.
Yeah. Who else did we get on defense? We got McCourty back.
We re-signed
Okay.
Jason McCourty.
You knew that was
big.
going to happen.
But yeah, I mean, Michael Bennett. We traded for Michael Bennett.
Oh, that was also before the Bahamas. Whatever.
He might have actually been in the Bahamas at the time, which made it
Regardless.
more impressive.
But that is something that pisses me off. Is they were in on Humphries,
Mm-hmm.
so either they dropped the ball and they didn't get their shit together
Mm-hmm.
and get together with him 1st to finalize it and do all that stuff before,
Mm-hmm.
and they were behind the 8 ball. Or the second option, which I think would even piss me off anymore, was they were trying to nickel and dime him, and they were basically just waiting as long as they could to hear whatever the highest offer was, and then swoop in right before in the 11th hour and offer just a tad above, and just try to be cheap bastards
So,
about it.
One thing I have heard is that is what the Patriots sometimes do.
Drives me
They wait for
freaking
the market
nuts.
to set a price, and then they try to make a contract offer based off of that. The issue with doing that too often is players will say, I'm not signing for the money, I'm signing for the opportunity. I'm signing for the coaching staff. I'm signing because that team showed interest in me first.
Right.
Adam Humphries and Jared Cook were those guys. They realized that the Titans and the Saints didn't necessarily offer them the most money, necessarily.
But they showed genuine interest.
Genuine interest and offered the opportunity as a starter. Humphries and Cook will be starters in what should be good pass-heavy offenses.
If we had
No,
Humphries and
Titans,
Cook on the roster right now,
I'd be stoked.
right? Wouldn't this change your whole perspective on the Patriots offense?
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
I mean, Jared Cook replacing Gronk is the best case scenario.
it's the closest thing you were
For-
going
in
to
free
get
agency.
with free agency and the draft.
Adam Humphries replacing, let's be real, he'd replace more of You know,
a better version of Amendola, like staying
I was
on the
going to
field.
say he was just essentially Amendola.
I think a better version
In
of
terms
Amendola,
of, well, we don't know how his big play is,
Well,
whereas Amendola was more of a big
but
play
you're,
guy. But
you're
yeah.
completely looking at this offense differently.
I'm saying but
Yeah.
the receiving core of, Hogan, Amendola, and Edelman was pretty good in Cooks. Like, that was the core four. You're not going to get a Cooks. You're essentially using Philip Dorsett as that.
Yep.
You don't have a Josh Gordon now. Josh Gordon is, who knows that status. It's just Edelman and Dorsett. Dorsett's your number 2 wide receiver. They went out and got Bruce Allington, who was a
special teamer.
No, Bruce Ellington's
He's going to be your kick and punt returner, and he'll
is.
be like your 4th receiver or something.
No. Ellington actually did profile pretty well as a receiver. He just struggled with injuries. That's his thing. So he's also a guy that can play in the slot. I think that's why they went at him. 5'10", 210, 220. Like, that's kind of his makeup.
Yeah.
That's what he does. But they went after, I think it's Maurice Harris.
Maurice Harris,
He's a bigger guy who played mostly out of the slot when Crowder was hurt for the Redskins last year.
Yep.
So, you're going after, C and D listers right now.
Yep. Unless
You
they
didn't
trade
get-
for a good receiver, this is an F offseason.
So I
Big
did hear,
F offseason.
I did hear some rumors. I'm going to talk about the rumors that are still out there.
Can I just mention one thing?
Sure.
You want to know what probably one of your biggest signings is this year so far in your offseason? Mm-hmm. You re-signed your freaking punter.
It's massive.
You brought back...
Could have been the MVP of Super Bowl.
Oh my God. You brought back Jason McCourty, which you definitely need to do, so I'll give you that. But the second biggest signing you probably have is signing your goddamn punter to a 1-year deal. I've seen more about the whole Robert Kraft thing popping up during the free agent week than I did any rumblings about the Patriots making any moves. Belichick, great coach. Hate him as a GM.
There's also two elite wide receivers were up for trade. The Patriots showed interest in both. Odell Beckham Jr. went to the Browns, and Antonio Brown went to the Raiders.
Yep.
And there was rumors that we were in on Odell Beckham at the trade deadline during the regular season. They never revisited that in the offseason. That aggravates me.
Why?
That means they had discussions. There was already some basic parameters that they had discussed. They could have revisited that, tried to start anew. There's fresh draft picks. You know where everyone's standing. That would have been the perfect starting point to re-enter those talks. Didn't get there. Antonio Brown, when the Steelers were facing some serious difficulty about trading him to the NFC they wanted to trade him to, they softened their stance on the Patriots as a no-fly list, essentially, for Antonio Brown. The Patriots had an offer. It wasn't enough, and they never one-upped it. They could have countered and probably got Antonio Brown. That pisses me off. It also pisses me off...
Because Belichick nickels and dimes everything.
It
Egotistic son of a bitch.
It also pisses me off that Golden Tate openly talked about wanting to come to New England.
Yep.
New England openly talked about wanting to get Golden Tate. Like, it seemed like a perfect match made in heaven.
I didn't even hear rumblings that they were actually in talks.
Golden Tate, 4 years, $37.5 million. That comes up to a 9.375 annual average.
I would have rather had him than Humphreys for that price.
Yeah, me too. Golden Tate can also return. So it's not even like, you rotate with Golden Tate and Julian Edelman, two of the better return guys. Golden Tate's also one of the best catch and run guys in the league. He perennially has a top 5 statistics in run after catch.
Yep.
That's exactly what we need in this offense.
Yep.
Guys that can create after catching the ball close to the line of scrimmage. That's a Patriots offense.
Yep.
So,
And you
missed
hear,
on him.
you hear things like swing and a miss. This wasn't even a freaking close. They weren't even at the plate to swing.
I got a couple more.
Oh, my God. This is so aggravating.
Randall Cobb.
Belichick. What a freaking dinkbag.
Want to know how much Randall Cobb signed for?
I don't know. Peanuts.
1 year, $5 million.
Oh, my God.
You saying we couldn't do that?
No, we
That's
could've.
not in the budget?
We could have.
$5 million for Randall Cobb? Perfect. Slot guy, plays on the outside, quick, can play returns. So he's a special teamer too.
So you're taking a flyer on an injury risk. Fine. We need bodies.
Like,
We
if he doesn't
need
work,
bodies.
If he doesn't work, you cut him in training camp. Like,
Seriously.
make an incentive-laden $6 million deal and you get him.
Yep.
No.
Also,
Next.
your quarterback is like 42, 43 years old. Like, you can't be planning for the long game for 6 years here. If you want to win another championship, you got to load up now. The only reason you won last year is because your defense, and you just lost your best defensive player. Literally, this offense looks like garbage. The only thing that looks really good on your offense right now is your quarterback. Your offensive line is, we'll see when Isaiah Wynn...
Offensive line is pretty good
we'll
outside
see
of
when
left tackle.
Isaiah Wynn comes in. And your running backs. Your receivers and your tight end right now are freaking gonzo.
Cole Beasley could have helped.
Well, he also got overpaid by the Bills. I wouldn't have paid
Parlayed
that.
4 years, 29 for 7.25 mil. So 7.25 over 2 years, that wouldn't have been bad. Even bump it up to 8, and you probably get him. Higher annual value when he re-enters free agency. You never know. The Bills are probably going to cut him anyway before that contract's up. He's got to know that.
Oh,
Jamison Crowder, 3 years, $28.5 million. That's $9.5 a year. Jamison Crowder would have been really nice. Said he's on the Jets.
yeah.
Slot guy.
These are overpayments, but you need something.
You have to overpay slightly for one of these guys.
Yep.
You do.
But one of the biggest things I think that pisses me off the most about Belichick is he doesn't reward his own players.
He did reward James White and Lawrence Guy. They both came up just shy of some of their incentives, and he still gave him the bump.
You know what's absolutely disgusting?
$500,000.
You know what's absolutely just appalling?
It's nice.
Absolutely appalling. This pisses me off. If I was Edelman, I would just, oh my God, I would be holding out. Julian Edelman is making less than like $3 million.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's making like 2 and change, I think. Your Super Bowl MVP, who is literally one of the second, if not, third best cogs of your offense, is getting paid like $2 million. You know who's getting paid more than him?
Matt Slater.
Matt Slater, I think, is getting paid more than him.
I think it's pretty close. I think Edelman's
Like,
making a
are
little more
you
than
kidding me? Belichick is such a freaking asshole.
I think after.
Oh my God.
I think after incentives, he got close to 4, actually.
Oh, whoop-de-doo. This guy has bailed your ass out more times than you can count, and he's making peanuts. Amendola took pay cut after pay cut after pay cut for you, and finally he's like, okay, I've done all these things for you. I've come up clutch in big spots. Can you at least give me something that's, slightly,
Respectable?
agreeable on? Yeah. No. Fuck you.
Hey, want to know what Danny Amendola signed for? 1 year, $4.5 million.
Yeah, why couldn't we have him back? He knew our offense.
1 year, $5 million doesn't get that done.
Oh my God.
Just bump it slightly.
Well, Amendola probably wouldn't want to come back. I wouldn't after that falling out.
I know, but if you offer the money's right.
Oh my God.
Money talks, man.
But he is such. Belichick as a GM pisses me off more than. God, I can't.
So, want to know some other wide receivers that we're in talks with right now,
Sure.
or that not we're in talks to, but we've been loosely connected to? Your guy, Des Bryant,
Oh God.
and Demaryius Thomas.
Oh, awesome.
Want to
Ooh.
know what's great about both of those guys? They're coming off of big injuries.
ACLs,
Want to know what
I
else? ACL and Achilles.
And over 30.
They're both over 30.
Yep.
They're both coming off of major injuries. Why are those our targets? Like, I understand if we were to go after one of them in addition to a good wide receiver, like Michael Crabtree. Michael Crabtree would be perfect.
Yeah, we need
Good
a
hands,
big body
red zone threat. He would kind of replace Gronkowski's production a little bit.
in the red zone area.
So you don't have to necessarily get a great receiving tight end.
Yeah, you just
if you
need
get
somebody
Crabtree.
that's a red zone threat. You need a bigger body right now.
Crabtree's a big guy. He's always been good in the red zone, and outside of last year, he's usually very sure-handed. Crabtree would be a perfect fit.
Yep.
Not in talks.
Haven't heard any rumblings about that one.
Nope, that'd be nice, though.
Where you at, Bill?
Instead, we're going to go after Des Bryant, who's going to miss the first 8 weeks of the season.
Awesome.
And not be able to practice with Brady.
Awesome.
And not get in touch with the offense at all.
Awesome. Andy's a head case.
Andy
Why
is a
not?
head case.
Let's just throw that in the mix, Billy.
Yep. But let's bring in a couple more defensive linemen for visits.
Oh, sure.
Apparently, Benny Logan and Alan Bailey, 2 guys who play defensive line.
Yep.
Benny Logan's a big defensive tackle.
Well, we also lost Malcolm Brown, our starting defensive tackle, and we lost.
He wasn't starting by the end of the year anyway.
Well,
he was kind of junk by the end of it. But
and
Did we
agreed.
lose Trent Brown
And you also
to
lost
go get overpaid?
Trent Brown to get overpaid.
Yeah, we were going to get to the offensive line again.
That one I didn't
but-
mind as much.
Yeah, no, Trent Brown got way overpaid. I'm okay with not paying that.
Way overpaid.
Well, using
So,
a
yeah.
franchise tag on him for a year, I wouldn't have minded. To
4
try and
years,
get Isaiah
$66 million.
Isaiah
That's
Wynn in there.
$16.5 million a year for Trent Brown.
Yeah,
No, I'm out.
Well, that was just fucking dumb.
Nah, it's Oakland.
No,
one of the
but
other shows,
you-
I
all
want
you
to get
gotta do-
into how well the 49ers use their cap.
How well the 49ers use their cap?
Yes.
Okay, so do you know who's on the 49ers right now?
No. Yes. But if you go through the contract,
Was it yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
but
do.
how are they doing?
So, well, they're not doing super great.
Yep.
Yet. Wait. Yeah, I'm talking about the 49ers. Yep.
You sure? Sure, it's not the Colts.
No, so the 49ers do a good job. Like, right, so Garoppolo got a huge contract.
Yeah.
And he
7 years, 128 million, something like that.
But the first year they paid him like 39 million.
They front-loaded
And
it.
now for the rest of it, they really only owe him what every other quarterback is kind of getting. It's like 20 to 23 million a year.
Yeah, they front loaded it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's
they
what a
do
lot of the teams usually end up doing. That way they can cut them at the end for nothing.
Yeah.
A lot of teams aren't right now though.
No, a lot of them are, especially with quarterbacks. They have to. Like Andy Dalton and Ryan Tannehill got similar deals.
Ryan Tannehill got 2 million.
No, before you dingus, when he was with Miami.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the crappy contract he just got. 1.88 million.
1.88 million is pretty good for the Titans.
Yeah.
For a freaking backup.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's pretty good.
Now, what if you put Tannehill in
Tennessee
instead of Mariota? Would the end result be any different?
Mariota's better.
Yeah, Mariota's probably
He'll
better.
probably get you an extra 4 wins.
Is he?
Mariota's a little better. I think the problem with Mariota is he can't stay healthy.
True.
He's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
So, you're going to
So
miss.
we're gonna find out.
I guess
No,
so.
yeah,
I guess so.
If the offense starts booming when Tannehill's in for 4 games, yeah, he might stick.
Yeah.
But no, Mariota's good for 4 missed games a year. But sticking to the Patriots, yeah, Trent Brown's another guy that they lost. Luckily, they have Isaiah Wynn, who is shown flashes in the preseason as a rookie, but that's all you're going off of.
Yeah.
And is coming off of a torn Achilles.
Would have been nice to have Trent Brown there in order to try and help ease Wynn back into the offense instead of throwing out a freaking rookie to the Wolves who just come off in, what was it, Achilles?
Torn Achilles.
Torn Achilles. Awesome. Great. Fantastic. Let's get your old quarterback absolutely shelled.
Based off of the contracts, though, I am okay with Trey Flowers and Trent Brown walking.
It's fine, but you could have
Crazy
franchised
money.
them for a year.
I understand.
So
I get it.
Do you
Still
guys
crazy
want
money.
to predict who the Patriots are going to take
In the NFL draft?
in the NFL draft?
Yes.
2, let all of our fans know that we're going to do a live. You heard me, live on Facebook.
Maybe.
NFL draft in-house show.
In-house. Ooh.
We're a little
I can stay in the house. I don't have to stay outside the house anymore. Nice. Nice. It gets cold out there this time of year.
So who do you think they're going to take with our first pick, number 32?
Irv Smith Jr., tight end out of Alabama.
Damn it.
Really?
That's what I was
We're
going to
waste
pick.
a first-round pick on a freaking
That's
tight
not
end.
a waste.
First of all,
that
no,
guy
he's a stud.
is awesome.
Second of all, Alabama. We love SEC guys. Third of all, you missed our entire spiel about tight ends.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I think it's going to be him because I think out of all 3 that are studs in this draft,
Him and Noah Fant are the 2 big ones that we like.
yeah.
No offense
He's
out of
going to
Iowa.
be
we have
out
2
of all
second
them,
rounds.
He's going to be the one that drops to 32 if any of them do. If they don't, if he's not there, they're going to draft a lineman. I'm not sure. I would really like Simmons. Is that who it is?
Jonathan Simmons?
No, maybe Simmons, D-tackle.
Yeah. Mississippi State kid, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I would like him if he could slip.
So, I think he was the kid who had a bit of a heart issue. He's a top 10 talent, and he was flagged for a heart condition at the combine, and it forced actually Maurice Harris, the guy we picked up from the Redskins, to drop to the 4th round from the 2nd. So he might actually conceivably fall to us. But for a 2nd round pick, I think we're going to go with a quarterback. I think we're going to go back into that well.
Well, there was
Actually,
talks that
I'm
they were
checking
interested
here.
in that.
Will Greer, West Virginia. That's my pick.
No, the Duke kid, Jones.
I don't like him.
No, I'm just saying they were at his pro day.
We
I think
have-
he might go after them.
That's fair.
Count them 4 7th-round picks.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
I'm not predicting those.
So-
We are picking up another Tom Brady.
So if we do pick a 7th
Brady was
rounder,
taken in the
Sixth.
sixth round.
199. He's also a compensatory pick, which makes it even more Belichickian of him.
Of course.
So 7th rounder, I'm gonna say Trace McSorley, Penn State. He's a little undersized, but he seems like a very Belichickian guy to go after. Underrated.
Well, good thing we'll only be here for the first round.
I'm going with Marty
Oh, I'm not.
McFly. 1950s.
I'm gonna
You
go
feel
with
good about that
I'm
prediction?
gonna go with a little-known guy, Rick and Morty. That's his full name.
Rick and Morty. Oh,
Yeah, his
okay.
middle name's Ann.
Nice. Nice. I respect that.
He's Ty.
All right.
Weird names.
Weird.
Yeah. So any other guys you think that the Pats are gonna go after? that you know off the top of your head? Would
not
we
off the
pretty
top
much
of my
cover
head.
them? So I do think there's a guy from Clemson
Oh,
who
yes.
we're going to go after in round 3 or 4.
Yes.
He 5'10", 175. He's been to the
Slot man.
national championship playoffs all 4 years. He's captain.
Kid's good.
He's been to the championship game 3 of the 4 years. Caught the game winner against Alabama in one of them as a freshman, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Hunter Renfro.
Oh, I would love that.
We have
pair.
3 third round picks, and we have
If they get
one
Renfro, I'll
fourth
forget
round.
Belichick.
So Hunter Renfro, I think, is going to
That'd
go
be
with
so
the
awesome.
first of the 3rd round picks. I think he's going to reach a little bit because he wants him.
I want you guys to guess.
I'd be fine with him taking him in the 2nd round. Not a Tavon Wilson, projected 7th rounder.
You don't want
Fuck
a Jordan
it.
Richards?
Let's take him in the 2nd round.
You don't want a Jordan Richards?
Oh, Jordan Richards. Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorite jerseys I ever got was a Jordan
So-
Richards jersey.
So we have
Burned it
12.
before you got it.
We have 12 picks this NFL draft.
I'm not picking.
I think it's
not,
tied.
I'm not
No,
making 12 picks.
How many of these are our original picks?
5.
I think about 5.
3.
Really?
Yes.
Our first, our second.
Nope.
Yeah, we have our 2nd pick, don't we? We have 32.
Yes, we do.
I mean, 64.
4 out of 12. are original.
We have
You want to recount again?
a 7th round pick and we have a 6th round pick. And then I think we have our
Nope.
4th round pick.
We don't have a 6th. We don't have any 6th round. So we have.
I thought we didn't have any
We
fifth
have our
round
No,
original.
Michael Bennett. That's how we got him. We swapped.
Oh.
We have our original 1st round, our original 2nd, original 4th, and original 7th. All of the others were
Trades
given
and
to us.
compensatory.
Yep.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, when it gets closer to the draft, I'm going to do a lot more research and actually see what we can dig up while we watch the draft.
One more guy that I want to go after
Wow.
is
Wow.
Riley Ridley. He's Calvin Ridley's younger brother.
Ooh.
Went to Georgia.
Ooh. Scandalous.
Probably going to be in the 3rd roundish.
Ooh.
6'2", 200.
Ooh.
Fast as all hell.
Ooh.
I like him. I like Georgia. Actually,
Wow.
football
I
players.
like it a lot.
And he fits the mold of Georgia players Belichick's drafted the last few years.
Yep.
Isaiah Wynn and Sony Michel last year. Malcolm Mitchell a few years before that.
Yep.
And what
I mean,
quarterback do you want him to take?
Will Greer, 2nd round, West Virginia.
Josh
he's that
Rosen
good?
in a trade.
What?
You think he's that good?
I think he can be molded into a Belichickian player.
Nope. They should go after Rosen.
Okay.
You want Josh
pick.
Rosen?
Where's Rosen
Yes.
going to go?
So, what?
I thought this was a weak quarterback draft.
No. Rosen is
Josh
on the
Rosen's-
Cardinals right now. He was the Cardinals' 10th overall pick last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to take Kyler Murray, and there's rumors that the Pats, Chargers, and Giants are interested in trying to trade for him.
Wow.
And it sounds like it's only going to take around a 2nd round pick, maybe less.
So they're asking for
And
a
we
first.
have
have
two.
two of those.
So
I
the-
would give them the 32nd or the 64 pick in a heartbeat for
So they're
Rosen.
asking for a first. The Cardinals are pretty steadfast in the rumors that they're asking for a first.
Yeah, but Belichick
they're also
would
not
be
even
okay with that.
they're also not even admitting to taking Kyler Murray. So this might come down to who's going to pony up the most value right before draft day.
Doesn't Belichick love trading 1st-round picks?
He
Isn't that
loves
what he's
trading.
known
He loves
for?
trading
loves
down.
trading down.
So he loves trading
Oh,
the
okay.
first round.
He likes trying
for
to get a bunch
second,
of
a third, and
nickels
a
for a
seventh.
dollar.
And then he turns the first second into 2/3 and 7 sevenths, and then he assembles this team of special teamers, and 2 of them will turn into decent players. And
He
That's how he does it.
assembles the band of misfits.
he is the director
Basically.
of the band of misfit toys.
Our
Yeah.
draft picks are literally the island of
Conductor.
misfit toys.
See, I'm here to
Like
help
only a couple
ask
of them have a home.
regular people questions.
My
Yeah, fair
gosh.
enough. Let's do it.
So, oh god.
So Will Greer actually does remind me a little bit of a
gonna look
Belichick
him up.
quarterback. West Virginia. 6'2", 220. Definitely didn't read that off my paper. Definitely knew that off the top of my head. I
For
knew
sure.
I knew the West Virginia part. Didn't know the 6'2", 220. That's why I wrote it down.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, down country.
Wow, he's a big dude.
I just said 6'2", 220. Unless I was wrong. Is it more than 6'2"? They wrote down the wrong guy. Are we looking up?
NCAA tournament.
Are we looking something up?
We are going to watch some Will Greer highlights
Let's do it up. We gonna do sound or no sound?
for sure.
Oh,
Nope,
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
music.
Yeah, get rid of that.
So here we
Instead,
go.
it'll be our soothing voices.
There he is. Boom! Look at that arm. Wow, actually, he's a big dude.
You
with a big
threw
arm.
you threw you saw one pass. Come on, like let's actually watch it. No, I'm a big fan of him actually. He's a little different than what Belichick usually goes after, but so wasn't Garoppolo in a certain sense. He's a bit of a big arm,
Wow.
go for it type of guy. He's got to learn more of a pro style offense. West Virginia was very shotgun based, and it's very vertical though. So it's not exactly what he's used to. The
Looks like
Patriot
he doesn't
offense.
mind standing in the pocket.
He is. He's a pocket quarterback for
You know
sure.
what
like
he
he's
needs to be
got some
careful
decent
of?
poise.
He really looks like Roethlisberger, so he needs to do everything Roethlisberger did.
Doesn't?
Doesn't. Yeah, just like be a good person.
Except for the Super Bowl thing. He can win a Super Bowl.
I mean, he can win one, but you know who wins more Super Bowls? People who don't rape.
Oh boy. Well.
Well,
I guess that's where we went. Yeah. Well,
All right.
How do you feel about Will Greer as a football player, though?
I think he's gonna be great.
He's got some pretty good poise in the pocket.
So the
He's
only
already faster than Tom Brady.
Oh, 100%.
dude, I think our entire football team is faster than Tom Brady.
Dude, if Bullier came at me with a taser, I'd be faster than Tom Brady. You kidding me?
Dude, you might be faster than Tom Brady without the taser.
That's true. I might be.
No,
I'm like Will Fork. I'm deceptively quick for a fat man.
Anyway, this is my pick for who I want the Patriots to go after.
Well, he looks
Interesting.
great, man.
So the only danger is we're looking at highlight. Highlight.
Yeah, we're looking at highlight.
You're looking at all of his best. You're not seeing his worst. But
True.
regardless, that's the guy I like.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot to play your intro music into the second half since we did our skit, so I figured I'd just play it randomly in the middle of the show.
Okay, well, I think we were wrapping up anyways.
Why didn't you just play it over the video we just watched?
Good point.
Do you have anything to add?
Yes, we do. We have the surprise video of the week.
Ooh, surprise video of the week. Ooh.
We are so thrilled.
I have no idea. That's why it's a surprise.
Is this it?
Is this the surprise video?
It is not, but look at those spinners. You haven't seen those in years.
I think he's got grills too.
Everybody still does grills. Nobody does spinners anymore. That's the problem.
Is that the problem?
Tuba, dude.
Yeah, this
What
is
a
like,
tuba.
dude, he's got tubas in here. He's got a full band.
This
He's like the
Who's
new,
this?
the
This is
new
Young
age
Buck.
Frank Sinatra. Look at
Oh
that
yeah,
big band
that
behind
sounds
him.
like a young buck.
All right. Are you ready?
Oh god.
All right, what do we got? Wait, Jerry knows what it is?
No, I don't know what it is,
Okay. Is this it?
but I have an inkling. Yeah, I know what it is.
It's a camel.
Yes, that was a camel. Good job.
I don't have my glasses
It
on.
might have even have been 2 camels.
Oh, that's a falcon. Or a hawk.
Falcon punch.
That's some kind of bird.
I hope it's a falcon now.
Narrating.
You promised it was a falcon. It better be a falcon.
What am I looking at?
I'm so amped up for something I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what that was.
I mean, you can kind of guess.
Was it like a rally car race?
Reminds me of Ricky Bobby every time. It'd be really funny if a car died and you just did a video of him replacing the battery or something. See him do some crazy shit.
Well, it's in Dubai, so I'm sure he's going to get to do a bunch of stuff that you can't do in the U.S.
Yeah, that's a lot of sand. Dubai has a lot of sand.
A lot of rich people too.
Are you kidding me? This is what the Dukes of Hazzard
And
is
a
based
very
off of.
powerful police force with very nice cars. Very nice.
Are they Benzes or Lambos?
A little bit of everything, actually.
Yeah? That sounds about right, actually.
Here, some of them are.
Whee, circles.
It's pretty tight.
Jeez, how many is he gonna do?
You weren't counting?
No. Let's go. Hoonigan. Oh.
Fly.
What the hell? What the? What? What is going on? What? Why? What? Why is he doing that?
Open your mind.
It's Inception.
With cars.
Like, this is what I imagine is going on in my head when I'm driving in Massachusetts.
It's carception.
This is just like driving in Massachusetts.
No, there's not enough traffic.
That's true.
I'm sure you mean Boston specifically. Those are okay cars.
Very subpar.
Yeah. See those everywhere around here. They go fast. What do they do? Just shut down the city?
Apparently.
Dubai can do whatever they want.
This is fair.
Yeah, they got a lot of money.
Yeah, we're gonna buy the city for a little bit, so everyone just like don't go inside for a while.
Whoa. Oh. That's pretty cool. Is this like some really famous like rally car driver or something?
Yes, his name's Ken Block. He's extremely famous for being one of the world's best drifters, and he created DC shoes.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, I'd say he's a pretty good drifter.
He's alright. Gets the job done. It'd be funny if like the Dubai government were just like, oh, we don't actually know how to get rid of the tire marks. Never actually.
They can't get rid of the tire marks, so just leave them.
Checks out. Not enough water in WD-40 for that.
Like, jeez. Is he even gonna have any tires left?
Just enough. It's gonna start drifting on hubcaps. That'd be actually really impressive.
Whoa. I could do that.
Now do it backwards.
Fine, I will. Oh, foot off the ground. Okay, what?
Now hijack the plane with the car.
Like, I feel like I'm watching a Fast and Furious trailer.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But like the good ones early on when they were like still racing.
Oh, when they weren't like, you know, CIA secret agents.
Right.
That were like formerly in a car gang.
Right. When they were still just street racing.
Jeez, how long is this video?
We can end it soon. This is only anyone listening to the audio. If you'd like to see this, please join us on Facebook.
Facebook, YouTube.
Facebook, YouTube. Give us a view. Toss us a like. Maybe a comment. We'd like to hear from you.
Maybe a question.
Question,
questions?
comment.
Concern?
Comment. We have a number. You can call into the show.
If you have any irrelevant facts you wish to share,
Any topics you want us to discuss? Could be anything from, you know, sports, pop culture,
trivia,
smells,
history,
cheeses.
If there's a smell,
whatever you want.
If there's a smell and you don't know where it's from, you give us a call.
Who you gonna call?
Smell Buster.
True Gallagher.
True Gallagher.
I could probably let you know what it is. But wow, that's pretty
Disturbing.
crazy. So that looks like Manchester on a typical Friday night, you know? Usually there's cop cars behind it, but
usually a bit of a chase.
Yeah. Well, that's you know, we covered mostly NFL again, but you know, wow. Yeah.
We didn't get too many wows either.
Yeah. We'll save that for the next one. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I was worried we were over wowing.
That's true. That's true.
So I'm not trying to over wow. I really
can't
want to
over-wow.
under wow and over wow.
That's true.
know?
I feel you.
That is true. Well, on that note, we'll see you next time.